Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. It seems that Gini Wijnaldum has found a new club, but it's not the club that we were all thinking it would be. We're going to be talking about Wijnaldum and what looks to be what the transfer will be for him, which is a free transfer to French side PSG. But before we go any further, I would like to remind you all to please like the video and also subscribe if you're new. Both things are always and forever be greatly appreciated. But for now, let's get back to talking about Gini Wijnaldum, who looks like he's heading to Paris for next season. The news has come from one Fabrizio Romano, who stated in a tweet that Georginio Wijnaldum has decided to join PSG. Barcelona have no intention to raise their bid after the agreement 2 weeks and medicals planned. Gini is now set to accept a PSG proposal until 2024 with salary more than doubled in comparison to Barcelona. It had seemed for a while that Wijnaldum would be joining the Spanish giants Barcelona on a free transfer, and to be fair, like Romano said, talks between both parties have progressed to a point where medicals were being organised and planned, but at the 11th hour, PSG have swooped in and hijacked this deal, stealing Wijnaldum from under Barcelona's noses. Okay, so let's assume that everything goes ahead as planned, medicals go through without any kind of problem or hitch. What kind of player are PSG getting with Georginio Wijnaldum, the Dutch midfielder? Well, from his time in England, we all know that Wijnaldum was a big part in Liverpool's rise to glory over the past recent years. He's been a regular feature in the Reds midfield and has become to be known, at least in my opinion, as one of the most underrated players in the Premier League. In midfield, he can pretty much do whatever role you ask of him. Whether it's sit in a defensive midfield position, he can get the ball, he can carry it forward as a ball carrier, displaying good close control and is very difficult to dispossess. He has a lot of energy, which makes him a good box-to-box midfielder, and sometimes he can be very good offensively, making runs going forward, breaking defensive lines and being more advanced from the centre of the pitch. From a tactical point of view, Wijnaldum seems like he can do it all, but also Wijnaldum is very, very punctual. He very rarely gets injured. Wijnaldum was ever present for Liverpool last season. For the Reds, he played a part in all 38 league games for Liverpool in a season in which the Reds, of course, finished in third place after being hit with a number of big injuries to many key players throughout the campaign. He won't be scoring or assisting every week. That's one side of Gini's game that's never really been a massive feature of his. Wijnaldum's game isn't exactly known for assisting or goal scoring. In fact, Wijnaldum only managed to score 22 goals and create 16 assists for the Reds during his time with the club, in which he made 237 appearances in all competitions. But the goals he did score, they were very important goals. Like, the majority of them were very important. They were key goals for Liverpool at key times. And of course, if he didn't already, he certainly made himself into the history books that night at Anfield in the second leg of the semi-final of the Champions League against Barcelona back in 2019, where he scored 2 of the 4 goals that Liverpool needed on that night to keep their Champions League dream alive. His experience, his winning mentality, his mentality of never giving up and helping the squad out wherever he can, whenever he can, will be a worthy asset to this PSG side. Mauricio Pochettino, of course, is looking to make this side even better. He's looking to mainly make this side a real force within Europe and to help PSG win their first major European trophy, the Champions League. Of course, with the addition of a cool, calm and tidy midfielder who is used to playing out the back, so it's not too much of a change for him in terms of tactical based analysis for him to be arriving at a club like this and covering in different areas across the pitch for certain players who venture forward. this seems like a very much a no-brainer situation. It seems like a very good fit for this PSG side to add a player of Wijnaldum's quality and experience into the side in order to boost their chances of Champions League glory. And of course, from a domestic point of view, to also reclaim their French league crown, which they lost last season to Lille. The only downside to his game, I feel, is that sometimes he can be a little frustrating to watch, sometimes with his decision making, or in some games he just seemingly just fades out into quite an anonymous sort of game. But overall, the majority of the time he is consistent. He's a very good player, and to pick him up on a free transfer with a guy who's got a few years left in the tank, you feel, is a very good deal from the French side's point of view. The reality from a Liverpool perspective is that with Liverpool's midfield gaining more competition in recent years, the arrival of players like Thiago and the emergence of players like Curtis Jones from the academy, Wijnaldum just wasn't going to receive the same amount of playing time that he had become accustomed to over the duration of his time at Anfield. Plus, being 30 years old and having spent 5 years with the club, maybe Wijnaldum himself may have been seeking a new challenge elsewhere, and manager Jurgen Klopp was perhaps looking to freshen up the squad a little bit. But Wijnaldum has seemed very professional in him leaving, and has claimed that he'll always be a Liverpool fan, and of course he will always be at the very least a Liverpool icon and be seen as a major factor towards Liverpool's Champions League, Premier League, along with other accolades and trophies, their rise to glory in them aspects. But of course, these are just the thoughts, comments, opinions, or whatever you want to call it, of this guy. I want to know what you guys think. What do you make of this move from PSG for Gini Wijnaldum? Of course, the deal isn't confirmed yet. It isn't official yet, but it is looking that way. It is looking that Wijnaldum is set to be joining PSG in the very near future. I'd love to know your guys' thoughts, comments, opinions, whatever you want to call it, down in the comment section below on this transfer story. I'm sure they'll all make for interesting reading. Otherwise, hit the like button on the right if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you're new or want to see more content like this. Both things are always and can be greatly appreciated. And as always, thank you all so much for watching and listening. I've been Fletch, this has been another Fletch Talks video, and I will see you all again soon in another video.